So the first question is, which quality a photographer needs the most? Technicality or the content? Um, it's you can debate on this for hours. In my opinion, you need both. You need a very good content, maybe driven by your customer or driven by yourself. Like you have some project going on, personal project, or say you have an assignment. So that content is important, but technicality is also equally important. Um, for example, your customer asks you a good photo. He doesn't ask. He cannot accept bad photos, right? So you need both content as well as technicality. Content, of course, is always important, maybe, but you cannot ignore technicality of the photo also. You need a both. Next question: how do you balance commercial projects and personal projects? Well, it's not so easy, but we have to pay the bills, so we have to keep working on commercial projects. And then what I do is I try to push some of the commercial projects, or I just go like isolated more for maybe a week or so that I can do my personal stuff. But yeah, luckily my personal projects are long projects, which is helping me a lot. But it is always a fight, it's a fight between your inner thing with these your life demands, where you have to pay the bills, you have to earn, you have to keep earning, which is very important. So I usually do it together. Third question: how important is attending workshops? What's been your learning from the workshop? So the first question is how important it is attending workshops. See, I'm not the right person to answer this question, but I'm definitely right person to answer how bad it is to not attend a workshop, because I did not attend too many workshops, which I always wish I had. Um, but in my opinion, right now, with all my experience, I think it is very important to attend workshop in your early stages of photography. So you get to go close to your mentor. You can discuss with him or her, and then you get a competitor, the other attendees of the workshop, so you can grow along with them. The learning curve by attending workshops, it is faster compared to learning on your own, because there are, I understand there are so many tutorials out there, Google, YouTube videos, but it is a crazy world. It's chaotic. You always it's like say you want to learn music by looking at YouTube videos. So there might be some African music on the YouTube you come across, and you suddenly feel, oh, this is so nice music, and you learn it by looking at the instructions or whatever, just for sake of discussion, say. Then you come out and you sing African tribal music, and the first thing you see is people are coming at you, right? So that's why it's important to find a mentor or find a good workshop, go along with them, ask questions, keep the discussion on, keep sending photos, get the critique. You don't get any critique on the social networks, I'll tell you. It's fully loaded with all praises. So, everybody says they're awesome, great, it's beautiful, but it won't help much. It might just misguide you if you don't have a mentor with you, who can guide you, who can tell you this is wrong, this is not good, or this is good, or you should go there, or you should attend this. It's very important to attend workshop. And of course, what's been your learning from the workshop? I attended few workshops. The previous one is National Geographic editor Alexa Keefe workshop. I realized how important it was for me, and I also learned that the amount of storytelling is, it's not so easy to tell a story with the pictures or photographs. It is very important to understand the story framework and then shoot for that story framework. So it's been phenomenal learning for me. It's so if time allows and the commercials allow, definitely I will look forward to attend more workshops very closer to me. uh, how to create powerful stories out of mundane life. Yeah. uh, so I think the secret is to have some curiosity. uh, just go around, walk around, see stuff and see what interests you. um, then shoot a lot, come back, look into it, see what story appeals you, compels you, and then go again, try to shoot that again, or get a better picture. That's how I try to uh, work with mundane life. Otherwise it is very difficult, because you're so used to your own say apartment or your own backyard. You don't see nothing. So unless you force yourself to be curious, it's very difficult to make stories out of it. Also, definitely, look out for a lot of stories outside your world, like on the internet, or some greats, they have done phenomenal works with some mundane life. It's difficult, but it is doable. It comes with a little practice and patience and definitely curiosity. Fifth question: how did your photography journey started? Okay. When I was kid, my uncle used to bring a camera, film camera, and it was, the result was pretty amazing for me at that time. So obviously my interest grew regarding cameras. But I used to sketch a lot. I used to paint, watercolor paint. But after my graduation, I had to stop because I had to find a job and then I had to settle down. So once I did that, I had enough money to buy a camera. So I bought my first DSLR in 2010, with a kit lens. I think that was the age when digital photography was booming. So yeah, that's when I started my photography. Sixth question is: how do you manage your travel schedule? Well, I do a lot of assignments, and then I do commercial assignments, and then I have my own small business. So all these primarily define my schedule, travel schedule, and then I will make sure to push all these assignments, sneak in between couple of assignments and add my travel stuff. For example, Himalayas, I make sure once in a year I travel to Himalayas, if not twice. So once, if you have that thirst, that power for power in inside power, then you definitely do something about it, and you travel, you somehow design your travel. I think that should answer that question. What's your favorite travel destination and why? My favorite, there are many in the bucket list, but it's very hard to pick the favorite. Okay, my favorite destination is Himalayas. I'll make sure once in a year I go there. I trek in the mountains. I stay there. I love those villages. I love those people, pahadis. That is my best travel destination. What's a best place for landscape photography in India? Himalayas again, especially Uttarakhand Himalayas. It has all the variety and all the amazing places. It's completely amazing. And then I enjoy our seashores in Karnataka, and then the those granite hills in Ramnagara district. That is also my favorite landscape photography destination. And then maybe Western Ghats. You cannot beat that. Those are pretty amazing landscape for landscape photography in India. I think so. What gears do you use for travel and landscape photography? I always try to keep my gears minimal, because so that I can carry everything. But since it's been long years, I'm into this photography now. My bag is pretty heavy, but when I usually go out for travel and landscape photography, these are my must in the bag gears. The camera I use is 60 Mark 1, of course, and recently last year I purchased 5D Mark 4, amazing camera. Most of my past 8 years I used 1740 L lens, Canon, of course, and then some primes I have which I'm very fond of. One is 40mm pancake, amazing lens for traveling. 50mm, 85mm, that's it. Recently I bought 1635 and I sold my 1740. So to finalize my gear, 60 5D Mark 4, 1635 f4 lens, 50mm, 40mm, 85mm, that's it. And I have filters, leaf filters like graduated ND. I have ND filter. Then what else I have? Of course, all others are accessories like tripod, a good weatherproof bag, and flash. Yeah, recently I use a lot of flash in my landscape photography, so flash is a must thing that I always carry along for any travel or landscape photography. I think that's it. Okay, thanks friends for watching. I thank Chennai weekend clickers a lot, because they approached me and they asked me to do this, and it's a fantastic opportunity they gave. And I wish you a good health. Stay safe, stay at home. Hope this COVID situation ends soon. All the best. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.